I bet you're wondering what you're doing here. I'm wondering the same thing. Story time. This is a 1981 CJ8 Scrambler. It's been in my family for 3 generations now. My great-grandpa bought this from a government auction in the mid-90s. It's been in my family ever since. When the government owned it, it was a survey vehicle. When my great-grandfather owned it, it was basically a brush truck for the fire department. And when I got a hold of it, I was about 16, so I've had it for 6 years. It's been a rusty hunk of shit ever since I've owned it. It's been a rusty hunk of shit ever since my dad owned it, and it was a rusty hunk of shit when the government owned it. But some of the stuff that's been done to it, really it was just a motor swap. It had a small block Chevy in it. I tore that out because it had a crack in the block, and the motor had probably 300,000 miles on it. So I'm in the process of rebuilding another small block to go in it. Got a SM420 transmission and a Dana 300 transfer case. The steering gearbox is manual. It does have worn locking hubs. The rear end is still the AMC 20 two-piece splined axle shafts. Plan for this thing is basically just get it running. I'll probably show you guys a little bit about how I'm going about rebuilding the motor. Most of you are not going to agree with the way that I'm doing this, because it's pretty fucking janky, but I'm just gonna send it. As for the front end, I think it's a Dana 30 or a Dana 20. I'm not sure. I don't really care. I'm just going to put oil in it and run it till it dies. I have fixed a lot of the rust. More so in the process of fixing most of the other rust, but that entire fucking wheel well right there was rusted straight through. There's absolutely nothing left of it. The body mounts were completely gone. I had to cut into the body to get to the little capture nut that was on the other side of these to hold the body mounts. I have the new body bushings. I just have to do 3 more mounts that are on the other side. There's really nothing left of those. They're just toasted. It's got some really shitty dual exhaust. I mean, it sounds all right, but it was pretty cheap, and it doesn't go back far enough. So whenever I put the full soft top on it, it tends to smoke you out a little bit. I guess this is really just going to be mainly me talking about doing all this bullshit and showing you guys how to do it, or the wrong way to do it, the piece of shit Scrambler way to do it. So yeah, the motto for this build is just send it. One last thing, it does already have the over-under axle swap, so the spring perches are on top of the axles. It's about a 3-4 inch lift from that, but it rides like fucking hell. So to remedy that, I have some 94 YJ leaf springs that I'm going to slap under there. I'll show you guys how to do that. Well, I'll show you how I do that. I'll probably just tag you guys along as I'm going through this build, and if there's something specific you want to see, or something that I'm just royally fucking up and don't realize it, feel free to comment about it. And yeah, that's really about it.